Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, watch it. Hey, switch gears. Go on. Check safety. Yep. Go now.
Here's Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Slam. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Switch. Lock it.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 9, check 9. Turn up.
They'll set up a throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 91 is the mic. Crunch time.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rosen, he sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare. Check 26. Check 26. Middle. Alert. 24. Check 24. Check nickel. Hey, Delta.
Now a give, right side. Hines. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Watch the slam. Man left. 3 down. Watch the edge. Shift.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Bring it.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Quick the edge. Come. Deuce. Check 52.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Nyheim Hines with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lutt's good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Shoot. He's got. We got double up. Check. And go.
On first down, it's Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Joker. Check. Hard. Check. Go. Motion. Hey, check.
They'll run. This is Brown. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
On the ready. Let's get it. Mike 52. All day, dog. Check. Lucky. Zip. Motion. Hey, Mike 52. Here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth.
Charlie. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. There's the Penn State man, it's Chris Godwin. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Hey, alert, alert. Mike 56.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check 43. Check hot route. Hot. One day. 57's Mike. Mike 57. What do you got?
This is Hines. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Nyheim Hines on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Wide, get wide. Ready, go.
They'll run on first down. Brown. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Alert 3. Check. Fresno, you're out. Kill. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch the slot. 22 jet bomber.
Now back to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Pick me up. Here we go. Kill.
2nd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
You got tight right there. Watch the safety creep. Big air, big air, big air. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Pilot, 64, weak. Under crunch. Set, go.
They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Mike 29, gone. Go right here now. Check, crunch. SOS. Haywood. SOS. Hey. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch twist. Cheetah. Ready, go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And the Texans first down.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Trips. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check the backer. Wahoo. Hey, check Mike. Yep. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I'm coming.
They'll drop the throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
To number 82. Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Get ready. Get ready. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Alert, alert, alert. Check 3, check 3. 80. Slant.
And now it's Rosen looking. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but yeah, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hug, hug. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
They begin the drive with Hines, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
56. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Check 50. Check 50.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch that, watch that, watch that. Showing it, showing it. Shoot. Check 31, check 31. Check 99, check 99.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. With it is Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Ready, set.
4 yards on the
Mike 52. Mike 52.
6.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. A big-time play there for the Texans. 45 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here it comes. Shift. Watch the shift. Alert. Monday. Smooth. Mike 56.
Stop your whining.
Here's Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
Quarter.
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. Got some room at the 30. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. But Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Push him back. Tight dog.
On second down now, it's Hines. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third.
Watch left. Tackles.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On third down, Rosen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Come on now, let's go.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Rosen in the offense with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Check 56. You. Hug. Hey, orbit.
On second down, it's Hines. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Rosen to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now a first down carry for Harris. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They run again with Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Check 55, Mike. Get him.
Right back to Brown. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 49. Check 49.
On third down, Brown. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Hey. Hey. Rock. Watch it. Bravo.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready. Protein spill.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Five two is the mic. Mike 5'2". Mike 5'2".
Box track. Here, right here.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
Come on. You better bring it.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. 65. 65. 65. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by his...